What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3, Episode 10. So, we start this episode off. We have Sukihana. We have Twerking for Jesus. I don't know why I can't remember that child's name. And Tip Drill down to the iHeart radio station having an interview. And it was, you know what? It was... I'm going to be honest with you. At the beginning of that interview, I was ready to come on here and go off, okay? But by the end of that interview, I was fine with what they said because they were talking about colorism. And Sukihana was saying how she feels like her career has suffered because of colorism. She feels like that certain doors that would be open to a Latina artist or a light-skinned artist saying the same thing that she's saying, doing the same thing that she's doing, are not necessarily open to her because of her color. And immediately I was like, girl. But then the other young lady, she began to speak on it as well. And she said, you know, I don't have the looks. You know, I got a gap in my teeth. I don't have a big booty. And I feel like that has hampered me because I don't have that look that, you know, and again, no disrespect to Megan Thee Stallion, but you know, like a Megan Thee Stallion kind of thing. Or a Nicki Minaj kind of body thing, right? Then Tip chimed in and said, you know, I have the opposite situation. It's like people look at me and because I'm so light-skinned, it's almost like I have to prove that I'm hood. I got to prove I'm down. I got to prove I'm black. And so by the end of the conversation, they all agreed that they all had different struggles. And that one struggle isn't necessarily bigger than the other, but that everybody is struggling with something as it relates to the industry. And so by the end of the conversation, I was good. Because at first I was like, don't make this. We ain't doing that. But it was a good conversation. And Sukihana was very, very, I enjoyed her commentary a lot. And she even said, you know, I'm real, you know, I'm very talented. I'm just a little nasty. And I said, you know what? You right. You are. You were just a little hood. You just a little hood. Then we saw Amara. Amara's talking to her mother. Her mother's talking to her about the dog getting on her nerves. Talking about some, look, MJ ain't here to take care of this damn dog. The dog is pissing and pooping all over the house, and I am not here for it. Yes, you pay all my bills. Yes, I don't have to work. Yes, I can sit here and kick up my feet all day long. But no, I am not cleaning up behind this damn puppy that don't neither one of us want. Call MJ and tell MJ come get his dog. So then Amar starts talking about, oh, mommy, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I moved too fast. Maybe I should have let MJ talk and explain himself. Yeah, you should have. That doesn't mean that you wouldn't still make the same decision. But I just feel like I already said that. I ain't going to sit here and rehash my review from last week. So, but her mother was like, here go her mother. See, that's not what I meant. I didn't. I don't mean for you to be second guessing whether you want to be with him or not. All I'm saying is tell him come get this dog. That ain't... And she told her, she said, no, you were feeling it already. You were already feeling some kind of way. You already wasn't trusting what was going on. It felt like something wasn't right. You just acted on your instincts. Don't backtrack. Don't you be BP and PPing around here, okay? We're not backpedaling and pussy popping. You meant what you said. You said what you meant. Stand in your shit. That's what her mama said, not me. Then we see Joy go over to see Trick. And baby, Trick was not feeling Mona Scott and her cameras. Trick was in his feelings about the fact that they posted his mug shot. And he felt like they were trying to make a joke out of his situation. And they were trying to make fun of him. And he was like, what I am not going to do, I'm not going to be here and play pussy for your cameras. That is what I will not do, ma'am. He told Joy, I don't know why you walking, because at first he was letting her come in the house, but then when he saw them cameras, he lost his mind. He said, I quit this show, get these cameras out my house, or it's gonna be a problem. He was like, somebody said something about him being out of jail. He was like, yeah, but I'm about to go back if they don't get these cameras up out my house. So Joy was just sitting there like, I came over ready to film my scene. We supposed to film get out? You want us to leave, but we're not gonna film the scene? Okay. So Joy heads over to Trina's house with Bobby and Trina over there talking about, you know, going to the Bahamas and looking forward to it and everything being lit. And Joy comes in there. Y'all know Joy is extra, right? Here with Trina. Joy, why are you so dramatic? She was like, but I got a right to be dramatic this time. Like, it's a really a reason. And here's the picture that has gone viral around the world. Now, I thought I saw this last night, but shouts out to Alexander Rogers for posting it and confirming that I saw what I thought I saw. And that's going to be my damn thumbnail. It ain't Alexander Rogers' picture, though. Don't you flag me. It's my picture. But why was it a lady hiding behind the couch? Hoppo, who this woman? Why she hiding behind the couch, Hoppo? Anyway, child, the woman was hiding behind the couch. But basically, Joy was letting them know that, look, Trick said he ain't coming to the Bahamas. Trick said he quitting the show. And this how you know. Here go Bobby. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Can y'all cut the cameras off for a minute? Because we need to have a real conversation right now. He quit the show. Wait a minute. But you know they ain't cut them damn cameras. But basically, Joy was, told them that Trick was feeling some kind of way about the whole thing. And here goes, and Trina said it in her confessional. Trina said, I don't blame him one bit, because y'all know y'all were wrong for posting his mugshot like that. I said, come on through, Trina. Because see, look, this is what y'all don't understand. At the end of the day, it's going to always be the Trick and Trina show. Please know that. They will fight. They will fuss and fight amongst themselves. But at the end of the day, it will always be the Trick and Trina show. So then we see Hood Brat. And Hood Brat has found out, look, I'm not dragging this whole thing out with Hood Brat and her man. Hood Brat said, I was innocently going through my boyfriend's phone. That is an oxymoron. You cannot innocently go through somebody else's property, but okay. And what she found out, because see, when you go snooping, when you go looking, you find. And what she found out is that her boyfriend is married. The woman that he thought was just the mother of his children is the mother of his children with some paperwork. And she said from what she read, she felt like, from what she read, she felt like, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. That it wasn't like, we only married on paper. We getting this divorce and I don't want to have nothing to do with you. She said she felt like he was, kind of entertaining her. Like, well, you left me. And she was like, why does it, if you done with her, why does it matter who left who? Why do you care? And so she ends up confronting him. And he was like, well, we ain't together no more. Why you bringing that up? And, and I don't want to be with her and this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, Hood Brat said, I am nobody's side chick. I'm not playing these monkey games with you. I'm done. I'm out, and peace. And so he comes chasing behind her, trying to talk to her and sweet talk her or whatever. And she was like, no ma'am, no sir, I'm done. Good day. Good day, sir. Sir, I say good day. So we're in the Bahamas. Trina is upset the fact that Trick didn't come, but she said she understands 100% why Trick didn't want to, do filming, like I said. But she does wish that Trick was coming. Mind you, it's for her mom's birthday, and her mother is from the Bahamas. Trina is Bahamian. I think I knew that. Well, her mom is Bahamian. Trina is half Bahamian, or is she whole Bahamian? Anyway, they from the Bahamas, and they get to the Bahamas and they end up having dinner with her family. And Trina said, I have a lot of family here in the Bahamas, and my mom always wanted me to, be closer with them. But at the end of the day, I was always too busy or whatever. And so I never really, I know them, but I never really got to know them as closely as I wanted to. And then Bobby, I guess Bobby is Trina's cousin on her dad's side, because Bobby didn't know these people, and Bobby didn't know a lot of the stories that they were telling, and didn't know a lot, because we found out that Trina's mom had gotten remarried to Trina's stepdad, but Trina called him her dad, because Trina was like, at the end of the day, Trina was like, he raised me, but he ended up getting murdered. He was robbed and he was killed, and so a lot of them, they were talking about him and, how he was such a good guy and this, that, and the other. And so, Trina was just like, but Bobby didn't know a lot of this. So I was like, okay, I always thought Bobby was related to Trina on her mom's side, but I guess Bobby's related to Trina on her dad's side. I guess. Anyway, so they get to talking, and, of course they're doing the whole, your mother was a great woman and she did so much for people and she this and she that, great stuff about her mom. And then come to find out that her mom is with them because her mom had been cremated. And so they brought the urn with the ashes. And I'm assuming they're going to do something like sprinkle her or do something to that extent. So the next morning they wake up, they're having breakfast. Now listen, let me tell you what I really thought had gone down with this whole conversation. Joy wouldn't come out her room. They kept calling Joy to come to breakfast, and Joy wouldn't come out her room. And then when Joy finally came out her room, she came out of there with sunglasses on. She was being real extra. Like, they kept asking her, what took you so long? What took you so long? What took you so long? And she wouldn't answer them, honey. She was acting like she wasn't hearing these questions. So, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, Joy, who in that room with you? Did Trick catch that midnight plane, come on through, and ended up in your bed last night? Is that what happened, Joy? Next thing you know, we start hearing, yo! And they like, what is that noise? And he go, Joy, what is that? What's that noise? What is that? Yo! Joy said, that sound like Trick. That's when I said, okay, he must not have been in her room, because now she's saying it sound like him. And here comes Trick coming around the corner. So everybody's happy to see Trick. We're glad he came through. I still want to know if Trick was in Joy's room last night. I guess we'll find out next week. Now, let's get over here to Amada, Shay, and JoJo. They're having a spa day. And to Shay's credit, Shay didn't have no shade with Amada. She didn't have nothing nasty to say. She hugged her when she came in. All that good stuff. But Amada was like, well, this is kind of awkward. I really don't want to get into this because, at the end of the day, you putting Shay in a bad situation. So she ends up telling the story anyway. And Shay let her finish. Again, to her credit, they let her finish. She ain't cut her off. She ain't say nothing. So when when Amada got done, Shay said, well, I heard this story, but of course I heard it from the other perspective. I heard it from my brother's perspective. Amada immediately gets an attitude, and so of course the two of them get to arguing, and Shay was like, of course I have an opinion, that's my brother, like, you're my friend, but he's my brother, and at the end of the day, why would you let this woman who dated him 10 years ago come along, put stuff in your head, and make you feel some kind of way about him? Like, why would you do that? You gonna let this woman come in and mess up your happy home. Now, the other thing her sister, that Shay said in her confessional, was, my brother's not a rich man, but he never lied about it either. He never pretended to be something he wasn't. And Amada knew before they got into their relationship, Amada knew exactly who he was and what he was bringing to the table. And I said, well, that sounds valid. So they get into an argument, and so Amada was like, well, I needed a break from him, and you know what, Shay? I need a break from you. Shay said, you know what? You ain't got to worry about that. Let's take a permanent break, bruh. And I'm done, and I'm good. So Shay ends up storming out. And then who come walking in with some roses talking about, Shay told me where you were going to be, and I just wanted to come and talk to you, and I understand you need some time, but I just need to let you know how much you mean to me, and I'm just not gonna let you go that easily, and I just love you so much, and I just want the best for you, and now he's trying to make it seem like, well, no, Shay was trying to make it seem like this when they were arguing, that Amada was the reason why his situation wasn't popping, trying to make it seem like, well, he been helping you, and he been so focused on helping you, and that's why that's why his relationship, that his career ain't popping. If you've been trying to be a rapper for the last 10 years, that ain't got nothing to do with Amada. If your career ain't popped off yet, that is not Amada's fault. So then, of course, he let the waterworks, he crying, and Amada's all rubbing his hand, and she buying it, she eating it up, she is eating it up, and here's what's gonna be crazy, Amada and MJ gonna get back together, and her and Shay gonna be back to not speaking again. I said, you know what? These two get on my damn nerves, honey. They just get on my nerves. You hear me? But that is pretty much it, y'all. That's pretty much how that thing went down. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. Peace.